Hello, and welcome to my channel, Butterfly Child Tarot, where we allow the inner child to light the way forward with the divine support, empowerment, guidance, integration that is brought by the divine parents within us, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And we do not leave not one divine opportunity for transformation on the table, nor one opportunity for evolution. We run with them all. And that is my ethos. That is how I go through life. And if that is how you go through life, if that's how you rock, click that subscribe button and that bell icon, as it does support the channel supremely. Comment, let me know how this reading resonates with you. Take the reading and any of the readings that are offered through the sign readings as they resonate. Okay, use your own intuition as a bedrock of receiving any divine or, any collective reading online, okay? I am going to start with a channel message for the full moon in Virgo altogether, which is for all of us to watch and for all of us to receive. And then I'm going to go through the signs and they'll be time stamped below. Okay, so you'll just look for your sign and then you'll go to where it starts. However, go look at your chart and see what areas of your chart. For example, I'm a moon in Virgo, right? So I understand to some extent how that plays out in my personality and in how I react to energy. So you may want to look at more than one sign, okay? All right, let's get going. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, Sophia Dragon Tribe, we call upon you at this time. Archangel Michael, please protect us with your divine white flame so that we may deliver and so that any who are finding this video may receive the messages as intended. Thank you. Please allow us to derive messages and information around the full moon in Virgo. If I didn't mention already, I actually filmed a video on this yesterday and I uploaded it. And some of you guys watched it. And unfortunately, it got taken down because of the music I was playing in the background. So this is just a revisit. And I'm already seeing that there's going to be some new, fresh stuff that comes through this reading, because the first card that we have crowning this reading is the Three of Fire. Planning for the long term, abundance, past choices, abundance from past choices, pride in success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. I definitely feel like those that are tuning into this reading, you guys have been taking this Pisces energy in stride. There's this just this energy of like, in the past, we might have been a little slower to pick the ball up and to really take advantage of the energy that is being presented to us. I don't feel like that's the case right now. I don't feel like that's the case these days. And not just within myself, because I have to admit that I was a part of that group. But there's just something about the immediacy of the way in which we work, and we still kind of beat ourselves up about it. But I am seeing here that there is this juggling. The Virgos, think about the Hermit card, right? There's a lot of exposing happening, right? You're putting that lantern up and you're seeing a lot of things here. And it is causing you to juggle, believe it or not, like what you're coming into, what it is that you're building versus what it is that you're living in, what it is that you are, what structures, work, family, socially, friends that you are having to keep up with that are not in alignment. Because I definitely feel here that like you are getting a lot of the brunt of some negative energy here, and you're so used to it for so long that this has been an ongoing story with you, where it's like you're being picked apart. But fortunately, you are being protected in so many ways, but fortunately, more than anything else, you're able to see it. You're able to really be like, damn, like I've been dealing with child bullshit for so long. Why do I allow this for myself? You're over here planning the King of Pentacles, thinking about everything you're manifesting, everything you're bringing into fruition. You're sitting on your throne, right? Elevated from the ground. Okay, we have compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, a time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully, a supportive parent or spouse, a good person to work for. I'm definitely seeing here like you're sort of debating here. There's a lot of exposing happening in Virgo season, guys, and we're debating, how are we categorizing people? I'm definitely even getting like reaffirming our boundaries or reassessing our boundaries when it comes to individuals here for Virgo season. Let's pull some tea leaf cards and then we'll get into the individual signs. Thank you, Spirit. What else does the collective need to hear? We have dealings or relationship with the woman with dark or rewind. Dealings or relationship with the woman with dark hair or complexion. We also have deep friendship with someone of the same sex. And we have a temporary situation. I definitely feel like someone's being exposed here. For some of you, this is a little more light in the sense of like your understanding that someone puts up a front, but it's something that you've admired, and there's something about it that you're able to sort of see past, see behind the curtain is what I'm hearing from Spirit. And for some of you guys, this is apparent. There's something about the feminine energy that is being exposed. For some of you guys, this is like, your friend had an affair with an ex or a current partner. I don't like that. And if that's the case, listen, my heart goes out to you, yo. That shit is hurtful. In need of help, assistance, or guidance. I definitely feel like for most of you, this is like somebody who is exposed in a very not favorable way, family, friend, coworker, whatever. And you don't condone what it is that they've done, but there is a natural inclination to want to help this person, give this person advice, or just a hand. Like, you're not going to be the one that makes their life harder, is what I'm hearing, but you're also not going to put yourself in the line of fire. So I definitely feel like, there's a lot of mixed emotions happening with this, but this all goes back to the feminine. And that was coming through in the readings yesterday too, with the Virgo full moon is the feminine, right? If the night represents the feminine, right? The darkness of night, just also the darkness, the empty void before creation, if you think about Sophia. But, no buts. There's a supreme opportunity here for you to reaffirm your divine feminine, where you've been sourcing your material and how you, form a relationship with your divine feminine. I mean, again, think back to the ethos of my channel. It's so important in this path, the integration of it all. And there's so much that we are desiring that is needing to be bared by the divine feminine within us. She needs to carry that to term. And in what ways does she get blocked? In what ways can she not? In what ways, I hope this isn't a triggering word for any of you, in what ways has she experienced miscarriages or is even not even up to the task of bearing this? Maybe our masculine is trying to force in her something. But either way, there's a lot of work that has been done in the collective that is tuning into this reading. And you're finally seeing all the ways in which you have been gaslighted, you have been mistreated, you have been done dirty. And you're like, damn, this has actually been going on for a lot longer than I gave credit to. Okay. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit, and then we're going to move on to the sign readings. Check in the description box below for the timestamps for the sign readings. Spirit, just one, please. Thank you. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt. Release an obligation or do a solid kindness for someone for no other reason than an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart can be repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations and know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. Yo, so I'm definitely feeling for some of you, it's going to be a challenge when it comes to giving this helping hand. But I do feel like there's a humility that comes through this because you're realizing that you emulated a quality of this person, whether it be from them or someone else. You were trying to emulate, or you were trying to chase, or you were trying to fit yourself into that box. And you were seeing how it is so not working for that person. And there's somebody here, and it could even be on the world stage, but I'm feeling for a lot of you, this is very personal, like a parent or something like that. Somebody's caught with their pants down. And it's like I heard hypocrite, they're being looked at like a hypocrite. And there's something about you relating to this, to be honest. And I'm sorry, I live in New York, so all the sounds. 11:22 on the timer. There's something about this that I like. Is that necessary? Can you guys hear that? I'm sorry. I'm going to wait for it to pass. Thank you. So there's a humility that comes to the surface with you because there's almost like a relatability to this. It's like you understand and you acknowledge, you own up to the fact that you have been playing the same game in a minor way. And you're almost happy about it because you're like, yo, now I know, I see something in myself. You guys don't give yourself enough credit. Where in the past you were afraid to see, now you're fucking lifting up every crevice and trying to find all the things you need to know about yourself or discover about yourself to bring you to higher ground. That's a beautiful thing. I just got filled with so much pride. And I feel like Spirit is very proud of us at this time. I almost want to cry. I'm going to go ahead and get into the sign readings. Go ahead and check your timestamp to see. Also, like I said, look at your other placements and see, you know, if you want to watch the video all the way through, I implore you to do that. I do that with these types of readings all the time. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're going to start with Aries. So Aries is at 1307. Guides, angels, ancestors, beings of love and light, those that walk with us. What does Aries need to hear today? Please tune into their guides, angels, and ancestors. Allow them to dictate the messages as they are the ones walking with them. Thank you. What does Aries need to hear today? Okay, all right, Aries. You're definitely not in your prime, Aries. I will say that, but it feels good. You know, you're at the bottom of your deck, you have the Devil card. I definitely feel, Aries, like there is the Emperor in the reverse, which is telling me you're not in your element. This is your card. It should not be in the reverse. It's the equivalent of Libra getting Justice in the reverse. It's just not the vibe, but it does feel good as well. Like there's a departure of, you know, the normal way you do things and you're just trying different things. But I definitely am feeling here that there is something holding you back, Aries. You're not meant to be laxed right now. You're not meant to be sitting on your heels right now. And I kind of feel like, Aries, you are a little bit, just a little bit. And it has to do with some heartbreak and some pain here. For some of you guys, there's been some kind of separation, or you just feel like somebody's holding you apart from one that you love, or somebody that you love is held at a distance. That's for some of you. For others of you, there's a Capricorn here that is highly domineering in your life. But overall, if I'm just going to go with the simplicity of the energy, I am going to say that there's something holding you back. It's like the devil is using your pain or honestly your distortion around how you think to keep you from plotting and planning and moving forward. And the divine is using this Virgo full moon energy to kind of break you out of that mental trap, because there's a lot you don't know about what's coming down the pipeline. And they, ooh, okay. You're discouraged. There's something that discouraged you, Aries. There's something that made you feel like your options were limited. Can we get some clarity on this moon card, Spirit? You don't know, like there's a lot of spiritual warfare going on behind the scenes here, and you have done so well up until this point, Aries, but right now you're being asked to do things differently. They want you to be in your Emperor energy, yes, but they want you to be in your Emperor energy in a way that is new, different. They want you to adopt more of the mental, logical, air quality aspect of things. Your sister sign is Libra, sister brother sign, whatever you want to call it. Your opposite sign is Libra. Your complementary sign is Libra. Take a page out of Libra's book, because it feels here that sometimes we fall for mental entrapment when we are not working the muscle of our mind, when we're allowing the passion and the fire to drive everything. Because there's definitely, like I said, spiritual warfare up the wazoo at nighttime. Like I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you Aries are having a lot of maybe like gory dreams. Oh my God, what did I say about this air sign energy? There's someone here that has offered you, Aries, a path towards your abundance, towards your fulfillment, towards everything. They didn't offer it to you and say, here is the ticket. They gave you an idea, a path. They gave you the seedling. They gave you the acorn that will grow the tree. And for some of you, I'm hearing this is someone in spirit that has given you this idea, and you don't think so much of it. You don't believe it. You don't see it as being possible. You don't see it as being true. So you're struggling a little bit. So let's see. I'm going to wrap this up with a postcard from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What does Aries need to hear today? Thank you. All right. Dearest you, the common saying, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcome doesn't matter as much as the process you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely as I can't read today. So will you wear the world loosely, or will it straitjacket you? Is it your choice? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. So you're going to want to use this mental energy to kind of get you back on track here. Convince yourself, right, that you are the Aries in the upright position, because I do feel like you're getting swallowed up and drowned by all of this collective energy around you, Aries, and it's not doing you any favors, because there are so many blessings here that the devil wants you to keep away. The devil is trying to hide this. And what I mean by the devil, I'm just talking about the opposing energies living through people. They could even be entities, who knows? Spiritually, collectively, right? The energy of entrapment, if you notice. The world is sort of living in this devil energy, in the sense where everybody's sort of feeling entrapped. Everybody is not really feeling their liberation, but you have an opportunity, which is truly like a golden ticket. It's like a ticket on Noah's Ark, okay? where you don't have to experience that same amount of discord, that same amount of entrapment. You get the opportunity to experience something higher. But it takes a level of bravery, Aries, which is something you don't struggle with, which I don't perceive you to. But I do feel here that there's just a lack of perception. And also, like, you know, I definitely feel like, you know, whatever this is, you're not either aware of it, or you're not being vocal and sharing. You're not asking for help. You don't know that you can receive it. It's like a weird thing of maybe you're so used to going through these bouts of distortion or mental agony on the side of things, that you just feel like maybe you don't feel like you have the right to complain, or maybe you think you're supposed to be feeling it. I don't know. You can only answer that question. This is your reading. But I definitely feel like you guys are just a couple of revelations away from really understanding what this has to offer and running with it. And it's something of a leap of faith when it comes to your work, career, artistic endeavors. You guys get the point. All right. So that was Aries. If you guys are interested in booking a session with me, I do 44-minute video readings, 20 to 30-minute video readings for $44. That information is in the description, and you can always email my email directly to see what my availability is. All right. So next we're starting with Libra at 21:30. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, thank you so much. Sophia Dragon Tribe, allow us to tune into the energy of Libra. What does Libra need to hear about this full moon in Virgo? We are so very blessed and thankful. I just heard ease in, ease in. You're finally making a decision, but you're not doing it out of a place of being impulsive, or it's just like you're come out of a cycle. You're finally hitting all the right spots. I just did Aries reading, and Aries was advised to take a page out of Libra's book right now, because I do feel like Libra being my sun sign, we're in a beautiful place right now, because we can see the discord. We understand. We're taking it full. Okay, yes, we're taking full advantage. So this full moon is helping you to really fully step out and close out this cycle, because it's almost like we have ended the cycle, but now we're going around and revisiting certain things in little ways, just for spirit to see where we are. And then we have this Knight of Wands in the reverse. And we're not rushing through this process. We're really wanting to make sure that all our dots are dotted and all our T's are crossed. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, like, there's just a decision that's being made here. A revelation led to a decision is what I heard. During this Virgo full moon, we have the Five of Wands as well. 5 indicating major change. But this is the conflict in the world. There's something about you really understanding. You're watching all of this go down, and the Emperor is like, how do I make this work in my favor? What can I get from this? And it's not in a vampiric, capitalizing on chaos kind of vibe. It's more of a, hey, this is already happening. This is already going down. What am I supposed to get from this? What am I supposed to do with this? And you do get something. There's something about you taking a place of authority, Libra. Your words carry, and you're not rushing in to share them, and you're not doing it where you're emotionally imbalanced. You're not doing it where you're trying to prove something. You're doing it in a way that is rooted in something true here. Your true Emperor, your divine masculine speaking. Let's see what else comes up. I definitely feel like the living time when you're awake is in direct stark contrast to when you're asleep in your dreams, because it feels like the daytime it just gives you this justice in the reverse energy of, things are not going the way I want. Like, things are not feeling like they're going my way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doubting. I'm in a little bit of doubt. I'm letting the spirit of doubt up into my house. And when you're sleeping, it's the complete opposite. You're realizing, oh shit, like, if I'm really looking at it, it's like, it's showing me that that's all an illusion, and what's coming through is something completely different from what I am seeing. And that is giving me permission to kind of take action here on this revelation, to understand, like, all I have to do is push through, is what I heard. Yeah, there's a lot of your family's going to be acting wonky, Libra. I'm sorry to tell you. There's something about the position and the way you're talking, what you're sharing, your positions and things, you are going to be rewarded. It's like, but I am seeing here, as you're taking this leap of faith, Libra, no, like I said, you're given the download, you're given the information, whether it be through a dream or something like that, and you are running with it. You're starting your path, you're starting your journey, you're breaking ties, you are reaffirming your boundaries. I heard a divine feminine integration here with this card as well. Enough. Y'all, I don't know about you, but I'm just so tired of psychic attack. I'm so tired of spiritual warfare. Like, I'm over it. I'm so over it. We deserve so much better than this. Like, every time you try to evolve and shit, it's like, ugh. I claim my space. I call upon Archangel Michael to light this shit up with the white flame of divine love. The white light around me completely. Allow me to work in peace, channel in peace. Take the hint. You are not welcome here. Be gone. In the name of Jesus Christ, be gone. I'm sorry, y'all, but sometimes they be sneaking in, and I just felt this overwhelming doubt take over me. Like, what am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm talking about, and I know that that's not true. We have a 2 of Cups in the reverse, yes. You're realizing who holds this energy. It's clear. This is what it meant to happen this way. This is what's meant to happen in the reading, okay? Because you're meant to see and understand, wow, how that level of awareness can really shift things for you. And you're going to have your own moment like that. And it doesn't have to be as dramatic, or not that it was dramatic, but you know what I'm trying to say. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit for you. Guides, angels, ancestors, thank you so much. Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order. Even in chaos, there is order. And we are always in awe of this. For you, though, in your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what-ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any objects that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and Spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. There's a revelation. If you guys watched the beginning of this reading, the beginning of the collective reading, you guys will know. When I was talking about that juggling, that realizing, essentially exactly what is not serving you, exactly what is feeding you and trying to lead you down a path that is apart from everything you are wanting to cultivate. That is more of the old and less of the new. A lot of that is still running programs inside of you. And that is when you are sleeping, when you are dreaming, when you are in meditation, you're realizing that that is not your destiny. And that regardless of what it is that you're seeing, that is not for you. And there's a major, I want to say a feather, a divine feather in your angel wings that is being earned here through this. And through being able to call a spade when it comes to the people you love the most. You may not even need to expose them yourself. But just the ability to see it and acknowledge it yourself is going to take you a long way. So God bless you, Libra. If you're interested in a one-on-one session, that information is in the description box of this video. I offer a $44 20 to 30 minute reading that is sent to you via a link that only you and I can watch. All right. Next up, we have Taurus at 3114. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. This is the energy that you are going to be stepping into. Thank you guys so much. Let's see what comes up for you. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light. What does Taurus need to hear today? Thank you. What does Taurus need to hear today? We are so very blessed and grateful. My Tauruses are putting something to a stop. Wow. Okay, so I felt a wave of energy for you, Taurus. We have the Magician card, which is you finally being able to like pull these different things together and be like, oh, this is how I do this, and this is how I navigate this shit. And yo, okay, cool. And I'm putting something to an end here. I'm stopping something in its tracks. Something wanted to come for you. I heard for a very select few, even one of you, something tried to take your life. And it's like it didn't even get to that point, but there's some kind of dream or something that showed you what could have happened. Something tried to take your life. It could have even been a disease, or it could have even been like something big here. And you, in the way that you moved, it's like your spirit knew and it guided you and you were able to avert collision. Beautiful. This is something you will be finding out. So for many of you guys, this hasn't even come up yet. But this is the last nail in the coffin here, right? It's like, what is your home? What is your comfort? What do you come home to? What is it that you feel like? What is your mindset? What are you thinking on your own? Like when you're on your own, right? There's something here that I heard for some of you guys, it would have even been a suicide, but there's something about you even reflecting back to a time where you didn't have as much value for your life. And I'm definitely seeing here that there's an end here. I will say that there is a little bit of pain that I'm feeling, but I feel like the empowerment wouldn't be so strong if there wasn't anything to contrast it to, Taurus. Does that make sense? So it's like the pain and the discomfort that you're about to step into or are already in right now is going to be eclipsed by the fucking badassery of it all. You're like, no, I'm going to do whatever I can, cast my spells, do what I got to do. Maybe not literally, but sometimes it's just manifestation in order to bring fucking balance and peace into your life, Taurus. You deserve it. That's what I just heard. There's someone, for many of you guys, Taurus, there's someone here that it's like you were so focused on the negative, how people didn't appreciate you, how people took advantage of you, how people just walked all over you, or no, not took advantage of you, but how people maybe take advantage of your kindness. I'm not really sure. I can't really put a finger on it. Maybe it's because it's a collective thing. But I am feeling like you are finally seeing value in this person. It's like in the past, this person was holding a lot of, basically, if persons 2 through 10 in your life are all shitty or acting erratic or not treating you well, person 1 has always been there. Person 1 will always be there. Person 1 you take for granted. So it's almost like you're realizing with Virgo season, with that hermit energy, you're shining a light on where you have yourself partaken in the energy that you are cursing. And this came up in the collective reading in the beginning of this whole reading for everyone. But for you, there's a realization of how, and this could even be the past, there's something about reflection, but it's brought up by triggers now. So say, for example, I trip on a stick, right? And then I think about that time that I, tripped my sibling and they fell down the stairs and broke an arm. That never happened, but it's just an analogy, an example. You guys are being triggered to remember, and it's like you're realizing, oh shit, like I was doing this too. As within, so without. I was feeling it, right? I was then partaking in the same energy. There's definitely a need for rest, mental rest for you as well, especially with this 10 of Swords in the upright position. It's just a lot to process. It's the end of a cycle, but it's a lot. There's a need for sleep. Take multiple naps. Do what you got to do, because I'm feeling overwhelmed mentally, like my head's going to burst. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A solid foundation, yet flexibility too in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base. Whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know that you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to become the many miracles waiting to come visit. We are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So Taurus, I'm definitely seeing here that you are doing the damn thing you're building, right? But there's a level of humility that's coming in this. There's a level of honestly, like a whole ass journey that you're going to be going through during this Virgo full moon season, but it's leading you towards everything you desire. It's leading you towards peace. And anything we desire in reference to abundance and life, what we truly desire is peace. And everything else can come after that. There's a new level of appreciation and gratitude that you're bringing to certain things in your life. It's like you're reassigning. I'm seeing like a whole switchboard, and you're pulling out wires where they've been crossed or misplaced, and you're putting them in the right place. Where you once had gratitude for this person, place, or thing, you're realizing that this other person, place, or thing deserves that gratitude. And then you're kind of pulling your energy out of that, asserting your boundaries, and you're rewiring. And I'm happy to see it. Taurus, if you're interested in a more individualized reading, I offer a 20 to 30 minute YouTube video reading for $44. That information is in the description box of this video. And until next time, Taurus, God bless. And next, we are moving on to Scorpio at 39:37. Hello, Scorpio. And welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Let's see what the full moon in Virgo has in store for you, Scorpio. guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, thank you so much. What does Scorpio need to hear today in reference to their full moon in Virgo energy, divine messages around what they will experience when the full moon in Virgo? We are so very blessed and thankful. Thank you. Y'all, I know my table is rickety AF. Scorpio, you guys are a little late to the game. You're feeling like a lack of inspiration, or you're going to be feeling a lack of inspiration. You're feeling a little stuck. You're feeling like a little bit helpless. I wouldn't want to say helpless, but you're definitely like struggling to let something go here. You are being pushed in a direction here, and you are being given advice, whether it be from, for some reason, I feel like some of you guys are thinking back to advice you got from somebody you had a falling out with. But there's a lot of energy around like you just not really wanting to receive the message, but you're sitting here and you're wondering why you've been forsaken. And the reason here is like you have not been doing the work in some aspects. I definitely feel like listen, this is not a judgment. I'm not judging you at all, Scorpio. I do have Scorpio in my chart, so there's something in this for me too. But it's, you know, everybody experiences different energies differently. So you might have experienced Pisces energy and was like thriving while other people were struggling. It just so turns out that in this full moon in Virgo energy, you're struggling, okay? And it does feel like a lot of your nastiest, dirtiest, low down qualities are being exposed, not necessarily to other people, but to yourself. Okay, there's this greedy mentality, like I'm not about to let this person in on how I'm feeling. I'm not about to tell anybody anything. I'm afraid, like I'm clinging to what I have. I lost hope a little bit that things are going to come through. I'm misinterpreting what other people are saying or how other people are coming to the conversation. And you're living in denial right now, Scorpio. This is going to guide you towards the ending of a chapter for you, Scorpio. And I do feel like it doesn't feel good now, but it is going to be good. There's just this feeling of like things just did not go the way you wanted them to go. And now you're kind of throwing a little bit of a fit emotionally, internally. Okay, but if you listen closely, if you use your mind, you can kind of cut yourself free of all of the entanglement you have going on here in reference to expectation and be able to see what's actually being offered here. But it just seems like you have no interest. If it's not your way, it's not your way, and that's a problem. And I'm just being honest. Listen, it's right here. It's right here, okay? Let's pull a postcard from Spirit. I know, you know, you guys have worked so hard to get to this point, and it just feels like you're getting lost in the sauce. And it's so weird because Scorpio is the card of transformation, but sometimes, or Scorpio is the energy of transformation, but sometimes the energy that we crown in our signs is the thing we struggle with the most. So Libra's balance could be the biggest struggle in their life. Dearest you, if you will allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. Yeah, you Scorpios are obsessed right now with trying to fucking hack the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first and primary navigation system of your soul. You are entering an age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multidimensionally, multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth, where we all agree to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here with you, and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. So for many of you, you guys been fighting your path. You've been fighting your spiritual path and your assignment here on earth. Your, and to be honest, the assignment is not something that we're chained to. It's something that actually genuinely will bring our soul the greatest amount of joy, right? Why would the divine have something in store for us? Or why would we choose a life path before coming here that we don't resonate with, that we don't want? It's your trauma. It's everything you've been through that causes you to fight it. It's your desire for control and feeling of being unsafe or not trusting in the divine or yourself that causes you to want to control and want to force outcomes. And that is not advisable, Scorpio. And with that being said, God bless. If you're interested in a more in-depth reading, I offer a $44 20 to 30 minute video reading that'll be sent to you as a link that only you and I can watch. That information is in the description. You can also email me for availability for that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Gemini 4610. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Let's see what comes up for you, Geminis. Guides, angels, ancestors, please tune into Gemini's energy. Allow them to dictate the messages as they are the ones walking with them and they deserve to be heard. Thank you. The guides, angels, and ancestors of Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear involving the full moon in Virgo? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups with the Four of Cups in the reverse. There's something you didn't want to believe, Gemini, around having to leave something behind. Excuse me, it's the Eight of Cups. I said seven. Forgive me. 8 plus 4 is 12, breaking down to a 3. There's a spiritual awakening that's happening with you for finally receiving a message here. There's some kind of emotion that you haven't been allowing yourself to feel in reference to the truth of a situation, Gemini. And Virgo season, like I'm always saying, the hermit energy, right? Shining a light in the darkest depths of truth. And you're realizing here that in order to really, receive what it is that you desire and to have the life that you want and to just to put things in a right place, you need to let someone go. And this is someone. And this is some kind of resentment, pain as well. It doesn't have to be, walking away from the person completely, but you're letting go of this person because you have something else. I hear some of you Geminis might be expecting, or you have a young child, and you're like, man, like, I can't keep living like this. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you've been reminiscing on the past a lot, your whole life, condemning this person, not forgiving this person, holding on to some rickety ass emotional energy, like, stuff that is just unstable. And the truth is coming through, and you're realizing, there's something about, like I said, you're humanizing this person. This person was caught with their pants down. Like I said in the collective reading earlier, but you are, there's something about you that's really like taking this in stride. You are either you're sharing the story or you're giving, some of you Geminis might even have a platform, or you might just be sharing with a group of people, maybe at a party or something like that, but there's like a gathering of some kind, whether it be digital or physical, but there's some kind of gathering where you are, the conversation just comes up naturally, and it's nobody knows about what's going on, but it's like you bring it up because it relates to a topic. I know that's very specific, so that may not be for all of you, but it's like your lack of gratitude and your inability, like it's limited your choices. It's like you're realizing how the way you feel is actually holding you back, and you've been blaming this other person, and you're taking accountability and responsibility here because you have something, either a child or something beautiful you want to bring into fruition, Gemini. And you are not playing around. Like Geminis have, round of applause for Geminis, because Geminis have been not handling all of this collective energy well for a very long time. And it seems like you're coming into your empowerment. It seems like you are finally connecting these dots to and fro, and you are dedicated. You're dedicated to living a better existence than what you're living right now. So congratulations. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. Stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you created. Let me repeat that. Getting to tell a new story as you created. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship, and it's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is that it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. Listen, I'm proud of you. Spirit's proud of you. There's pride going all around. Keep this train moving, Gemini. And if you're interested in a more individualized reading, that information is in the description. $44 for 20 to 30 minutes. It's a video reading that is a YouTube link that only you and I can see. All right. God bless you, Gemini. And moving on to Saggies. Sagittarius, welcome. 28. Sagittarius, welcome to your full moon and Virgo reading. Let's see what the cards and the divine has for you for this beautiful new full moon in Virgo. Sagittarius, guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light. Thank you so much. What does Sagittarius need to do today? Thank you. All right, we got an indecisive energy. We got an indecisive energy, Saggies. What is that about? What is that about, Spirit? Okay. Oh, okay. So there's going to be okay. Thank you. So there is going to be, yes, an end to the indecisive energy here. You understand that there's something is coming. It came out sideways. So there's definitely something here that you are debating. You're trying to figure out how exactly you're meant to do it. And the truth is, you're not necessarily meant to know the hows and the hows and the whys and the who and the whens and the whats. You're not supposed to know everything. You're supposed to be in the dark. That's kind of the point here. Sorry to tell you. But there is a major, like, aha, light shining, sun is on my face, like I am fucking on fire. For some reason, I'm feeling you. Like, obviously, this is coming up for you, Sag, but like, you are the sun card. I don't know why I'm hearing that. You are the sun card, and the sun card doesn't have any kind of sign associated to it. Some people associate it with Leo. I don't. It's like it's something is coming in to make you realize that it's not as hard as you think to choose. Right? It's literally just being authentic and just letting it rock and just using your best discernment to move through moment to moment, because you've been working on your foundation, Saggies, and you are ending a disastrous cycle where you've learned everything you needed to learn. And now the intuition is coming in. Virgo season is bringing in a lot of beauty for you. This earth energy is really coming in to stabilize you. This full moon in Virgo. Anything else for Sagittarius? Yeah, you're not paying attention to the you're like, that this fucking world is fucked up. I'm creating my own world. That's what I'm seeing here. You're like, how do I fucking make my world protected from the wacky world around me? And you're like, I'm doing the damn thing. I'm not playing games anymore. And to be honest, you guys can be over there, gossip and be hateful, and a lot of this is family. You're like, you're not letting that affect you anymore, because these are the people who provide you with all of these different worries and doubts and all of these choices that then you assume you have to make. And Spirit is like, you don't even have to worry about that shit. This is what you need to worry about. This is not even worry. This is what you need to live in. This authenticity, this shine, letting your natural gift shine, just being, moving forward, pride, letting your freak flag fucking fly, Sagittarius. And that is what is going to prevent you from really being inundated by, all of the toxic energy that is around you. That's all that can really be said. This is really stabilizing you as the King of Pentacles, this masculine energy, regardless of gender. You are being, I heard you're being edified as a creator. You're solidifying yourself, protecting yourself. You're learning how to protect whatever it is that the divine is bringing in for you. You're being trained on how to keep it steady and not let people, places, or things get in and poison it or compromise it, which is amazing. Let's get a postcard from Spirit for you, Saggies. Dear you, there is always one side to a story, an argument, two sides if not more, to every story and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment, too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. Yo, Saggies, I'm feeling like you guys have been in a period or, whatever, that you have been trying to prove your positions, your beliefs to people around you, and it has not been working for you. That shit has not been working. And you're realizing how exactly you can share your beliefs and how you can come to the table and be able to basically protect your energy but still share. There's something that you're changing here in your approach that is saving you from a lot of distortion, a lot of toxic ass shit. Common ground doesn't mean that you disqualify your point. It's the best way I can think of putting it. It means that you're saying, okay, what can we agree on? And let's focus on that, because I don't need the resistance that you have to offer, because you don't have my wisdom and you don't know me. You could have raised me and wiped my ass and you still don't know me. You know what I mean? Because some people just don't. They know who you as a version of a story that they told about you time and time again based on their experiences with you back then. But they may not have room or space in their consciousness to be able to see you the way you are now. So you're like, listen, what can we agree on? What can we appreciate together if we're going to have a relationship? And there's something about that saves you so much peace. So God bless you, Saggies. And if you're interested in a more personalized reading, that information is in the description. It's $44 for a 20 to 30 minute reading. Email me for availability. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, Saggies. And next up, Cancer. Cancer 5930. Hello, Cancer. And welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Let's see what the divine has in store for you, Cancer. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light. What does Cancer have to expect for the full moon in Virgo? Yikes, yikes, yikes. Cancer, you guys are going through it, my lovelies. I heard mudslide. Earth and water, gotcha. What's going on, Cancer? Is okay, we have the 4 and the 3 of Wands in the reverse. This is a lack of stability and peace within yourself. This is wherever you go, no matter what you do, you can't escape it. This is you missing what's right in front of you, not seeing what's right in front of you. Okay, the Knight of Wands in the reverse is there's some kind of jealousy or like pain and suffering that is brought on. I'm hearing for like some kind of jealousy that you're experiencing in reference to how someone else was treated or is treated in comparison to you. A lack of fairness. But there's it's leading you to finally speak on it. There is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Pentacles here in the reverse. I had to count it because I've been messing up my numbers lately. It's like, you know, why are you giving to them in secret? Why are you helping them out when I needed help? You know what I mean? It's something about that you're finally speaking on something where you bit your tongue in the past so many times. And could have to do with the Sagittarius here. But this is something that you're not meant to live with. You're meant to alchemize it. And there's something about this that like you're coming in like very emotionally charged here. And I am feeling like what you're going to find from this person, place, or thing is that, you know, they're not worried about you. You're not really like shining the best right now. You're kind of struggling here, and you're honestly, you're triggered by certain things, but it's all coming up for good because it's coming up to help you sort of like change momentum here, change the cycle, help you address something that's been living inside you. This feeling of inadequacy or imposter syndrome is being triggered by some kind of event here, Cancer, through this Virgo full moon. And it's definitely triggering you. It's a lot of like deep painful emotions, like, and it's around family, but I am seeing here that you are being validated. So it's like you bring this problem up and it started with family. So regardless of where this is taking place, what I'm trying to say is that it started in a family setting. This is where you first felt the pain and have picked up the distortion and have been living with it up until this point. And something around you right now is triggering it, whether it be family or not, but you're going to this person. And it's like once they find out, and they will find out where this is coming from, they're going to let you know, oh my God, like you have been thinking this, like, no, the only reason that I'm doing this is because of this. And, you know, I'm not worried about you. You know what I mean? Like, I actually have a lot of faith in you. There's something about this that really brings you back into your center, and it really helps you understand what it is that you need to release, Cancer. Spirit doesn't want to give me any more cards. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. To be honest, I'm just feeling like, you know, this is childhood trauma. This is all going back to childhood trauma, and it feels heavy. But it's a healing, it's a revelation that like words cannot express. It's gonna feel like such a weight off your shoulders. Just, you gotta let yourself go through it though, Cancer. You gotta let yourself go through it. Dear you, there is always... Okay, I just read this for Gemini. There is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place or agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan may be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, and accept that others may have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things. Once common ground is reached, you're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. So I'm definitely seeing here that for some of you guys, the situation is opposite. You had no idea that somebody had such a chip on their shoulder about you. You'll know how to take this energy. I don't need to explain it any further. God bless you, Gemini. Excuse me. Cancer. God bless you, Cancer. You see, I read that for Gemini, so I'm like thinking it's Gemini. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. All right. So next, if you're interested, Gemini. Cancer. If you're interested in an in-depth not one-on-one session, but a more detailed reading, that information is in the description box. I offer a $44 20 to 30 minute video reading that includes a channeling, a meditation, and the timer doesn't start until the first card hits the table. So if that interests you, email me about availability, okay? And until next time, Cancer, God bless. All right, next we have Cappies. Capricorn at 106.40. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Let's see what comes up for you guys. Guides, angels, ancestors, thank you so much. What does Capricorn need to hear today? We are so very blessed and thankful for this opportunity to connect. Thank you. Ooh, okay. All right, so I am seeing here, Capricorn, that you are being judged a lot by yourself or by other people about the way in which you are going about your life. There's something about, like, I feel like you overjudge yourself or you limit what it is you think can be possible because you want to take things very practically. And that's Virgo too. So there's something about you conjuncting this energy with Virgo's full moon that brings all of this to the surface. It's like you limit yourself from blessings, from opportunities, because you assume that something that's a little more outlandish won't be able to hold weight in your reality. And that is not true. We have the World in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. 3 plus 7 is 10. So there's something about this like bringing you back to the drawing board, and you're allowing yourself to kind of give possibility to a creation here. And yep, Judgment and the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you're definitely like, hey, listen, I've gone through my trials and tribulations. I'm connecting to a lot of Capricorns that are a little older here. Or at least that's, Spirit wanted me to shout you out and let you know that you're seen. But you're calling a spade here, and I love saying that because it's such a powerful thing. Like, you are calling your judgment. You're like, listen, I've gone through enough heartbreak and enough bullshit for me not to have to struggle in this way. So you know what? I am ready. I am ready for that big idea. I am ready for this thing that's going to take me to the next level. I am ready to take a chance. It's you're like fed up of being practical. I mean, come on, like, I love it. The Hermit in the reverse. I feel like you've been reflecting on this and feeling this energy already. And I feel like come Virgo full moon, you're actually going to be coming out of it. And some of you guys are going to struggle to release it because it's something like you know, you might have to make a sacrifice. Like say you have an opportunity to do like start a business, or this is just an example, and you don't want to, right? You don't want to let it go. Some of you guys are in school and you don't resonate with what it is that you're studying. Or you guys went to school and you guys are doing a job that you don't feel, you know, and Spirit is saying like, you know, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to take, you know, maybe you start a YouTube channel, you start getting a lot of views, or TikTok or something like that. And you're like, hey, I want to put all of my energy into this now. And you struggle with that. You're struggling to take that leap. But there's some integration that's being brought in here, and the divine feminine within you, your masculine has been very heavily like keeping things stable for so long, and your feminine is wanting to dream, wanting to create things that you didn't think could be created in you. So there's an integration that's happening. I'm also hearing there's a Gemini energy that you might be around that might be pushing you or inspiring you, and or there might be a relationship that's coming in where this person is giving you this inspiration based on the things that they have been able to accomplish in their life. Or even somebody who you really, really, really resonate with as a friend or a family member. You're like, hey, listen, like, I feel like everything that I'm a part of now is about to come crashing down. That's another thing too. Capricorn, you are like, you feel into the ground. So when you start to feel those rumbles and those shakes, it's almost like the birds, you know when to fly away before the natural disaster hits. It's like you can feel that whatever it is that you're operating in is not going to have a stability. You can feel when stability is about to waver. And therefore, it's giving you even more energy or fuel to kind of, you know, go in a different direction here. 11133 on the timer. What else does Capricorn need to hear? Oh, yes. Miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and you will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That should be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. This is Spirit's way of saying, all you got to do is jump. We got the landing situation all worked out for you. All you got to do is jump. Believe in miracles, like I said. Moving out of this practicality and allowing your divine feminine to stabilize, imagine, ensure that something that feels a little less possible could actually be possible, could actually be the thing, if that makes sense. And Capricorn, if you're interested in a more in-depth one-on-one, I keep saying one-on-one. I don't do one-on-one so much anymore. Even though I offer a 1-hour one-on-one for $111, I try not to go for those. So if you're interested in an in-depth reading based on you and you alone, that information is in the description. It's $44 for 20 to 30 minutes. And it's a video reading that only you and I can see. That includes a meditative and channeled session where I am tuning into the energy of questions that you're asking. And with that being said, God bless. Email me for availability, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. And next we have Leo. Leo is at 113.45. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo energy reading. Let's see what you are to expect in this full moon in Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. What does Leo need to hear? We are so very blessed and thankful for this opportunity to connect. What does Leo need to hear? All right, Leo, I definitely feel like you're having a hard time focusing right now. It's definitely feeling like a little harder for you to keep things moving and keep going. I definitely feel like there's one shock after another that's coming during this Virgo full moon season. Yeah, there's a lot of, I heard epiphanies, which is good. There's a lot of things that are being revealed to you with the moon card, and it's around your own stability, your peace, your mental space, your mental status. Some of you guys are really, really coming to terms with your mental space and certain things that you might not want to acknowledge about your own mental health. What else does Leo need to hear today? There might be a prominent Cancer involved in this. Right, where you were once judging yourself, all of this judgment and all of this epiphany is all about how you judge yourself. Behind closed doors, they told me like the downside of a narcissist. I'm not saying you're a narcissist, but I'm kind of getting the vibe of Spirit saying like where that confidence comes in. It's like there's a dark side to that, especially when it's not integrated or grounded into something pure. It's just something that it's a default of yours. You're understanding and you're coming to terms with, and you're admitting that a lot of your own judgment comes from you. And there's a level of like, it's just, it feels all prickly. It feels like, you know, your relationship with yourself is being reevaluated here, right? The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. You can end up being, you know, emotionally needy, emotionally manipulated, but you don't always know how to share or how to say that. So it always comes off like, it's almost like when somebody's fighting with you, or when you're fighting with someone, it's like they don't realize that they're getting that side of you because you're so hurt. And because you don't know how to communicate that effectively. So it just comes to a head. You know, for some of you, it's like your mom or a female in your life. Feminine energy, doesn't have to be female either, but if feminine energy, you guys will know who this is. But this is somebody who, you know, it's like you're losing your patience with someone here because they're going through it emotionally, or because they don't want to admit that they're emotionally in a bad place. They don't want to be, it's like you're angry with them for not being honest, but in reality, you're angry with yourself for not being honest with yourself. Deep. You know, for some of you guys, you've been ghosted, or somebody it's somebody, either you had enough of someone, or somebody had enough of you, and it's lingering, it's hurting you. This person is somebody from like, yeah, this is really hurtful. Like, I definitely feel like you are going through it right now, Leo, and you will be going through it for the remainder of this energy for the full moon in Virgo. But I am seeing here that it is forcing you to really shine a light on it, and you're coming to a whole lot of clarity. Spirit is saying it had to happen, it needs to happen, it was meant to be. Because there's something about this that is just the right amount of pressure and pain that's going to crack something open for you and have you realize something about your divine feminine. It's all coming back to the divine feminine, y'all. And it's when you shine a light on this relationship is going to come back together. Especially if it's not a love situation, but it's a situation of friends, family, like whatever. I heard sister for some of you guys. It's going to come back together. But I do feel here that there's a lot of learning that needs to be done on your end, Leo, and on their end. But once you guys go through that, you're going to be guided back together. So don't overthink it. Just make sure that you're taking every opportunity to shine a light on the parts of yourself that you're most afraid to. Okay. Dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you that we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know that you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you've heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on this earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so loved. There's something about you getting out of your ego, out of your head. And just allowing spirit just to like move you. And it's a period of like you're broken and then all of a sudden you're like feeling spirit and you're following. You're following. So Leo, this is such a healing time for you. I'm sorry you're going through it right now, but it's not going to last forever. It's not going to be something that you have to live with for a very long time. So don't overthink it. Don't worry so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're interested in a more in-depth reading, I do offer 20 to 30-minute video readings, and that information is in the description box of this video. It's $44, and you get a meditative session, a channeled session, the reading, and the reading doesn't start the timer until the first card hits the table. So if that interests you and you want more direct information, email me for availability, and God bless you guys. And next we have Aquarius. At 121.40. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading, okay? We're going to get into this energy for y'all and see what the divine has in store for you for this full moon in Virgo, Aquarius. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, Sophia Dragon Tribe. What does Aquarius need to hear about this full moon in Virgo? Things are a little unclear for you. I just heard Dust Bowl. Things are a little unclear for you, Aquarius, right now. The combination of air and earth that is brought on by this Virgo full moon energy is making you a little unclear when it comes to your water, your emotions. We have the Queen of Cups coming out in the sideways position. There's something that you're just struggling to really understand or fully grasp here. And it feels like it has to do with love. There's some kind of like, for many of you Aquarius, this is like you averted the end of a friendship or a romantic relationship or a falling out with a family member, but you're now questioning whether or not you should have just let it fall. There's something about you wanting to keep peace, where you keeping peace might have prevented you from having the outcome you wanted. And now you're being challenged to move forward, to move on, because you know that's what you want to do, but you're allowing yourself to be confused because honestly, you're tuning into what other people want. You're meant to, you see this cup that the queen is holding onto? It's full of pee-pee doo-doo juice. And she's wanting, you know, spirit is wanting you to let that go, to release it. And it's not because this person is wrong or evil or whatever. It's like, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's the end of a cycle. This is something that no longer serves you. This is something that feels like stale old energy. And you need to call your judgment on this now, whether it's a job, a person, place, or thing. There's something here that does not fit in your life anymore. And you are being invited in this Virgo full moon to see that as true. I definitely feel like whoever this is, they're not as driven. And they represent a lot of what you've healed from, a lot of your past, and you're being asked to move forward steady and slow with this Queen of Wands in the upright position at the bottom of the deck. I definitely feel like there are like-minded people that are around you, yes, that are waiting to kind of join communion with you, but they are questionable about you in the context of who it is you surround yourself with, Aquarius, because they see you as being so much better than that. Not that you're better than them, but you're better than the kind of way that they live and the way that they move. You don't move like they do, and when you associate yourself with them, the spirit is saying, do not let this go any deeper. You know, do not let yourself get entangled any further. You know, it's a little embarrassing because you might have been the one to try to keep this together for you to only like throw it away at the last second or at the last hour. But it's not your fault. Like, it's just life, you know? And I feel like you're putting your needs aside for the needs of others here. You're trying to basically like sacrifice elements of your life to make someone happy here. And it's not cool for you. For them, it's great. They're happy. But here we go. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation. I'm hearing release yourself, generosity to yourself. Or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust that you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. This is Spirit telling you, when are you going to treat yourself the way you've been treating this person or these people? When are you going to give to yourself? You are both the giver and the receiver in this because you are giving yourself the freedom. And that is your message, Aquarius. If you want a one-on-one video reading, that information is in the description. It's $44 for 20 to 30 minutes, including a meditative session and a channeled session based on your questions and based on you. So if you want that, email me about availability. And otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. And next we have, who's next after Aquarius? Virgo. Virgo at 1:27:25. Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Guides, angels, ancestors, how are Virgos going to react, respond to this energy? We are so very blessed and thankful for this opportunity to connect. How are Virgos going to be experiencing this Virgo full moon energy? Thank you. Divine messages only, love and light only. Thank you. Virgo, you're putting your walls down. You're finally like letting yourself live. There's this practicality element that came through also, I believe, for either Capricorn. I think it was Capricorn. That is, I'm feeling for you too. It's like you're realizing that something that was a loss is actually a blessing in disguise. You are finally like releasing yourself of this practicality. It's like, you're like, if it makes sense in my mind, if the math adds up, then I should just go for the thing that adds up rather than the thing that's a little more in the air, something a little less quantifiable. And it's the less quantifiable stuff that's going to bring you your happiness, that's going to bring you your fulfillment. You know, Virgo, you're desiring a sense of magic in your life. You're desiring a sense of like color in your life, and you're making a judgment call that is what you're going to go for from now on. And this is causing you to resonate with individuals, Gemini energy, that are going to bring that to you, that are going to live that out with you. Because I definitely see here you're tired of giving chances to individuals who don't deserve it. I definitely feel like you're finally matching to individuals that really want to build with you in the way you want. But I do feel here that you're not going to be experiencing romance with these individuals for a while. If it is a romantic situation, if it's a friendship situation, then you are going to be kind of learning how to live with your own solitude, like really reflecting back on the way you've done things and really assessing how you're going to do things moving forward. It's almost like taking the practicality and reapplying it in a new way, where it's like you're not trying to make everything be logical and what's the smartest thing to do. It's like, what am I feeling most resonant with, and allowing you to redefine what logic is when it has the backing of intuition. because I'm definitely seeing here your intuition is heightened and you're able to really feel that there's a direction, a current that's pulling you. And rather than fighting it and becoming tired and becoming miserable, you're going with it now, Virgo. And this is what I like to see. You've learned that you're learning a major lesson in this time, Virgo. You know, and you're learning, it's so easy in the past, was it, for you to accept a lie that made sense, even if it was your own. But now you're so appreciative of, it's almost like you're freeing yourself of shackles and you're moving forward beautifully. So congratulations, Virgo. Let's see what information we can get from the postcards from Spirit. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and affirming a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd, to listen to your soul. You are special, as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this point where we are saying you are on the right path. Even if your ego self doesn't see that, listen to your soul, check in with Spirit, keep going. Spirit loves you, life loves you, we love you. You just got so much beautiful confirmation, Virgo. If you're interested in a in-depth reading, for a video reading, that information is in the description box of this video. It's $44 for 20 to 30 minutes, including a meditative and channeled session based on your questions, based on you. And that is a private reading that only you and I can watch. Whoever has the link can watch, which will only be you and I. And email me for availability if you want a one-on-one session. And with that being said, last but not least, we got Pisces. Pisces is at 132.15. Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading. Let's see what we have for you for the energy of this Virgo full moon, what you're going to be experiencing, what divine messages are being communicated to you. The Chariot is your energy. It's Pisces energy in the reverse. So I definitely feel like you're struggling with flow here in trying something new. There's some kind of new path you're taking, a new mode, a new way of doing things, maybe you're moving. There's something that you're doing that is involved in flow and movement that would be natural for you normally. But it's making clear to you what it is that you desire. It's like you see your wishes manifesting, Pisces. And I am seeing here that you are being a lot more transparent. There's something about you, Pisces, that you're afraid to really share from a true place. There's a lot that you have gone through in the sense of like emotionally, trauma-wise, that you are preventing yourself from fully allowing your full authentic self to be free. And a lot of you guys are healers, is what I'm hearing as well. I have a very good friend that's a Pisces healer, and I keep seeing her face, so I feel like this is going to resonate with her. But it's almost like, you know, you've gone through what you've gone through, and because of that, you have certain parts of yourself that you were always protecting. And maybe that's not the point anymore. Maybe the point is you understand how to protect yourself already. You don't need to understand it anymore. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to go crazy with it when it comes to keeping parts of yourself locked up. Because there's a lot of your blessings that are going to come through with you being open and sharing a lot of your truth, a lot of your past, letting people know where the fuck you come from and what you've been through, rather than showing up as this shiny, beautiful, like, chariot, like, you know, hello, I'm Pisces, let me take you where you want to go. I am the one. I am the Uber. You are not the Uber. You're not just this magical thing that can take people where they want to go. You have a shadow and a light that both affords you the horsepower that can drive this carriage. but you've only been giving energy to the light, and people want to see the shadow. They want to see that you are relatable. They want to see this. And there's something about your writing. It's your writing, you're creating something. There's something here that you're bringing forth, even if it's just for other people to understand you, people in your life. You know, and I definitely feel like you are honestly inconsistent about, you know, your work here, or about what it is that you're trying to accomplish here. You're inconsistent in it because you don't feel like you struggle with this feeling of gratitude because of everything that you still face or that you have faced. You know, you're still healing, and there's parts of you that don't want to admit that you still have healing to do within your foundation. Okay, but it is leading you towards your fulfillment, your Nine of Cups, because what this is you being celebrated and held at a high regard, respected for sharing all of the different things that you've gone through, everything that you have been through. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit. Dear you, all of your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful and praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, you will bring only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. God bless you, Pisces. If you're interested in a personalized reading, that information is in the description box. It is $44 for 20 to 30 minutes, including a meditative and channeled session based on you and your questions. And the timer doesn't start until the first card hits the table. And if you want to receive a reading like that, you have to email me first and see what my availability is, because I only take a certain amount of slots and I only book a week in advance. And with that being said, God bless everyone. This is the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.